Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. West Coast beer time, and I'm pumped. I've been really craving West Coast IPA recently. I've been drinking a lot of them. Lots of shelfy kind of West Coast stuff. So this is a new beer. Pizza Port just collabed with Segundo. I love both of those breweries, and they created an India Pale Ale called Chirpin. And this can art is amazing. All of Pizza Port's can art is awesome. I love all their artwork they do on their cans. They print the art on the can. It's super, super cool. This is a 7.2% alcohol by volume, sub 8%. I love it. Sub 8% hoppy beer is my favorite. This is, I want to say that a couple years ago they collabed and did a double IPA, and this is like kind of the single IPA version of it. I didn't read a whole lot about this beer. Says this has Citra, Laurel, and Idaho 7 hops. And we're doing Team Old IPA. This was this was canned on February 20th. Today is the 23rd, so we are 3 days in the can. Can't beat that. So let's get into it. We're gonna use our Four Brewers glassware because I love this glass. And this Pizza Port has glassware that's like this, and they have a Pizza Port logo. I don't have any Pizza Port glassware. Segundo's up in LA somewhere. They make good beer. We reviewed, I think they're the ones who do like the Broken Skull beer with Steve Austin. Love that beer. Craig has been talking to me a lot lately about, they have a triple IPA called Power Plant, and he says it's the best triple IPA. We don't get Segundo distribution down here, so I never see that beer. I would love to try it someday. This beer is crystal clear. Look at that. This looks like beer. This is what beer used to look like, kids. Fluffy finger and a half, a bright white head. It is pillowy, it is marshmallowy. Lots of carbonation in this glass. This beer looks absolutely awesome. Look at that whale glassware. If you're not subscribed to Four Brewers, check them out. You can go to their YouTube page, fourbrewers.com. They're awesome, awesome dudes. So shove our nose in this one. My mouth is salivating just from smelling that. This is West Coast. This is dank. This is piney. This is citrusy. It's got that sweet, like bready, malty thing that's there. This is the beer that I like crave right now. It's not warm outside, but my son just had a baseball game. My neck's all sunburned. Like I've been like kind of hot in the sun. This smells so good. There's even like a, what is that? It's got that kind of lemon limey thing, but it's like pithy orange. I don't want to say juicy because people think juicy like hazy beer, but it's got like this cool, like juicy citrus thing. But yeah, it's like kind of overripe like orange. Maybe like a little bit of mango, but that killer like sweet maltiness that's in there with that, like I love the way this beer smells. I'm salivating. Let's go ahead and taste it. Cheers. That's actually, so like the pininess, actually it is there a little bit. I was gonna say, at first like drink of that, this drink's pretty light for a 7.2% beer, and I was expecting it to be like super, super dank. It's actually really fruity on the finish. Like with Pizza Port beers, Swami's and the like, we just drank Swami's a couple weeks ago. They get pretty bitter, intense, dank on your tongue. This doesn't do that. This has like this cool tropical fruity thing. It's like a it's like a bubblegum kind of a thing, which is weird. I don't know much about Laurel hops or Idaho 7 hops. Citra, I always get like that kind of generic citrus thing. It can be tropical fruity too for me, Citra, but a lot of times it's like that orange, you know, you get orange, you get grapefruit, kind of tangerine-y thing. This definitely has that like on the front of your tongue, but there's a cool, I don't know if it's from the Laurel or the Idaho 7 hops. I'd have to like look those hops up, I'm not sure. It's got a cool like, almost like passion fruity kind of a thing on the finish. It might be like that kind of bready sweetness from the malts that's on the finish. It's like kind of mixing well with all the awesome citrus that's up front. But this is a really clean, super crisp, refreshing, not over the top with the bitterness. This isn't gonna kill your tongue, which is, I was expecting it to be like an intense, bitter West Coast IPA, and it's not. Carbonation's awesome, rolls across the palate. This is really, really well done. It's over 7%, but like I said, it drinks light. Doesn't feel heavy, and it's not gonna be palate fatiguing. I love how like the citrus notes at the front, as it goes across your tongue. You get a little bit of like that kind of earthy pininess that we were smelling, but it has this killer. It's a generic fruity sweetness that I'm tasting. I wouldn't be able to pinpoint. It's like I said, it's like a passion fruity kind of a. It even has like a cool like guava kind of a, like when you don't think juicy like when you drink one of those naked juices, but kind of that flavor profile. Super dry on the finish. It's crushable. Really, really good stuff. I'm stoked on this beer. They sold this in 6-packs of 16-ounce cans, and it was like $15. So not a bad value for a collaborative beer. It was released at Pizza Port, but they said it was going to hit distribution. So check, see if you see it in Southern California, San Diego area. If you're outside of San Diego, hit up one of your buddies that's down here. I would say trade for this. If you're looking for a killer West Coast IPA, this beer is awesome. Really, really good. Super refreshing. We've almost drank the whole thing. It's killer stuff. I'm a fan of El Segundo and Pizza Port, so I would say this beer is definitely worth your time. The artwork is fantastico too. So that's Chirpin Bird from Pizza Port and El Segundo. Like I said, this beer is worth your time. If you are around the San Diego area and you picked it up and you had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.